Some of the materials for our Christmas wreath can come from our own woodland here at Shrimp Cottage. So in particular, we've got quite a lot of ivy. Some of it's growing up the trees. I really need to do something about this big beech tree here because the ivy is busy racing up the trunk there. So very, very carefully, I'm going to dislodge some of this ivy. If it'll come off, yeah, just pull it from side to side like that. And we get lovely, great long strands of ivy. These will be perfect for weaving into a wreath. Here's an interesting thing. So after I pulled off all the ivy from this trunk, I found this, which I'm pretty sure is the remnants of a carved date. It's now not very distinct, but I think that's a 1950. There's no other carving on here, but that definitely does look like numbers there. And this will do nicely to give our wreath a little bit of greenery and foliage and also a bit of structure because it's quite wiry. So that I'll put somewhere cool until we're ready to start building the wreath. Now we've also got a hazel tree here, so I could cut some whippy bits of this hazel to make the structure of the wreath, but we haven't got much hazel in the woods, so I don't want to hurt this tree. I think we'll let that grow for a bit longer. I've got a lot of this stuff. This is I think it's called snowberry or something. It doesn't really belong here. It's a little bit invasive. So I think we can cut some twiggy bits of this to form the structure of the wreath. We do also have holly on site here, so I'm going to cut a few bits of this as well. I'll see if I can find some with some berries, but I haven't seen very much about. These twiggy bits here will stiffen up the longer they're left. So I'm going to form the loop of the wreath now. I may have to use a different material for the looty bit. We're not going to get maybe it's just that one branch. Okay, so I reckon that's about the size we want. So let's go to there. These bits can come back in here. And I'm not going to worry too much about all the twiggy stuff that's sticking out. We can give that a haircut later. So now, I'm just going to take another twiggy bit. I'll start somewhere else. And we'll feed that in. Bend it round like that. Stuff through. And again. Just keep going around like that until it's all worked in. Starting to take shape. So, start there now. To get that really stiff bit in, we'll just bend that round like that to start with. And then this bit, starting with the whippy end, pull that through. Not bad. Got a little bit of tidying up to do here and there. So there, for example, and there. Not exactly circular, but we can work on that. So we're back at the woods again. Because we just need a little bit of something else for our Christmas wreath. Now there was a big storm yesterday, Storm Darragh, and it really thrashed the trees about, and there's quite a lot of branches fallen and broken off. So I'm thinking we can probably pick up a few little bits of conifer foliage, lots of fir cones on the ground. But yeah, this sort of thing. This I think is some species of fir. And if we're lucky, we might find some with cones still attached. Yeah, just lots and lots of small branches all snapped off because the storm will have thrashed these trees about quite severely. And so there's a lot of fresh foliage on the ground. So we'll have a wander up through here, see what we can find. Got a little bag. In fact, I've got a bit already. It's got one little cone on it. Let me just see what else we can pick up. There's plenty of it. I'm not going to cut anything off a live tree. There's just no need to do that, because there is plenty of material lying loose on the forest floor. Oh, I thought those were attached. Well, that one is. Barely. Maybe not. Okay. We'll keep looking. I think actually we found more of the ones with cones on out here on the path. So perhaps we'll have a scout along here. Alright, here we are. So, oh, that's nice. Lots of little cones still attached on there. So that can go in the bag. It might be enough. When we came here for that Smell the Forest video earlier in this series, I was quite enthused about the idea of what it would be like to be in this woodland during a storm. It would probably be quite exciting, but looking at the size of some of the pieces of tree that have snapped off and come down during last night's storm, I'm starting to think twice about whether it would be a good idea to be here at all in the middle of a storm. There's quite a lot of timber up there and very little warning when it decides it's coming down. So perhaps I won't do that in another video. Right, there we go. That's the framework of the wreath, but we've got to get some green on there now. So ivy, of which there is plenty, and it is going to be a case of wrap that around like that. He was woofing at some imaginary threat up the garden. Something like that. Just tuck that end in a bit. We are going to lose a lot of leaves off of this, but we'll just keep going. The trick is, yes, try to give it big bends, and let it take a big loop round. That's it. Okay. Something like that. I mean, there's going to be all the holly to go in there as well. I suggest what we do with the holly, pull off pieces like, yeah, cut off. Actually, do it. Yeah, so, oops. And then these can just, you can pull them in like that. Find the right end, and then back round and weave them in again. Oops. Something like that. Okay, do you want to do some? Just going to find a way to play in about there somewhere. Find a way to go all the way through, or at least through some of it, so that it comes out about here. If I open it up, I should poke it through. How does that sound? Right in. Dents there. Okay, that's the prickly bit. Yeah, so now we still need some more stuff on there, some nice conifer bits, I think, down by the door. That's it. A bit more, that's it. Little hole actually. Yep. Yeah.
just a bit of green. I think we've got enough.
Yeah. So, through that. Pretty good. Let's just hang it up and see what it looks like.
Yeah, it's alright.
Let's just display for the camera. Starting to fill out. Okay, so I think we've probably got enough natural greenery on there now. I think we need something coming off of this side actually. Just one more piece off of there. That's good. We were unable to find any live berries, so we've had to buy artificial ones. These though can be, these will be taken off at the end of the year and saved for future decorations. Just find a way of pushing them right the way through. And then we've got these golden bells. I think we only want 3 of these. Right, so a bit of wire through the knot there, like that. Just give that a little twist. And then we'll find a way to wire that into the top here, underneath the foliage, behind everything else. So just go right on this front for a moment. Just do those wires up. This wire might be also the thing that hangs it on the door. Yeah, I think there's probably enough there to make a little loop to hang it on the nail on the door. We can do it, I reckon. Okay, so then those will hang down in the middle. Oh, that's starting to look really nice. Right, are all the berries in now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I've just knocked that one out. I mean, we've got other things to put on here. We've got some, but I don't think so. Do you?
We'll use those elsewhere.
So I think a bow. How are you at tying bows? Okay. Yeah.
I'm no good at doing this.
Okay. I think that's good. Yeah. Yep. And then just cut that tail off the same length as that one. And that's going to go on the top. It's going to go on just where the bells are attached, so just there. Right, I want to putty that up a little bit. Right, is that ready to go on the door? Right, you want to do the honours, dear? I actually think we did rather well there.
Right.
That is very lovely.
Good, isn't it?
So thanks for joining us, making our Christmas wreath to go on the front door here. I hope that's been fun. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join us again tomorrow for the next door in the Advent calendar.